I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. It is Tuesday, so I'm here to critique one of your original paintings or drawings. If you have an original painting or drawing that you would like to submit for critique, head over to my website, lachri.com/critiques. The link is below in the video description and you can submit your work there. Today we're taking a look at this portrait done by artist Jessica. She does have a Facebook fan page, so if you want to check out more of her work, definitely head over and check that out. The link is below in the video description. Now first, Jessica, you had said that people were complaining that your work wasn't realistic enough. This is just something that comes with the internet. They expect everything to be hyper realistic, and anything less than, a lot of people will complain it's not very good, it's not good enough. So it's just one of the things that we have to deal with. You also have a lot of people who don't understand the difference between photorealism and hyper-realism, and they'll get mad if you say something's photorealistic because they expect it to be hyper-realistic. Anyway, you have a lot of people who will complain and say rude things, and you just can't take it personally. It's the internet. However, if you feel your work is not as realistic as you want it to be, that is just something that comes with time and practice. You are doing an amazing job. This piece is so accurately and well drawn. You didn't submit your reference photo, but because your drawing was so accurate, I was able to do a Google image search from that and find the original reference photo, and you did an amazing, amazing job. So if you keep up with this, in a year or two, your work is going to be even that much more amazing. But don't let the people who are complaining that your work is not realistic enough discourage you in any way, because you are really, really good. I can tell just by looking at this one piece that you have so much talent. Specifically on this one, he is just drawn so accurately, and then the stubble that you have on his face is just great, great work. You did a good job doing the clumps of hair and the clusters versus just individual strands all over the place. Your shading is really good. You are really doing a good job. So looking at a few things that we can adjust to improve on this even more. To start with, I took the photograph that you submitted. It has a very pink tint to it, so I just did a Photoshop adjustment on it to make it look actually black and white, because I have a feeling that was just an issue in the photograph itself. So I'm pretty sure this is more what yours looks like, so we're gonna go with that for the critique. I've also taken the reference photo and made that black and white, so it's easier to compare the two. And really, the reason to do that is just to look at the values. Sometimes when you look at something in color, what you think the value is not even close to what it actually is when you adjust it into black and white. So by doing that, it just makes it a lot easier for you when you're working. Now, this guy has a bit of a lopsided nose, and in the photograph, you can see his nostril on the one side is really, really large and really, really dark. This is one thing as the artist, I would tone down a little bit. I wouldn't make it quite that dark, because when I look at this, my attention, after I look at the eyes, I'm drawn right to that nostril. And like I said, you copied your reference photo, but I would tone that down, because people who are not looking at the reference photo and then looking at your work, they're going to assume that you did it wrong. And that nostril is actually the reason I wanted to find your reference photo so badly, because I wanted to see how close you actually were, if this was a mistake or if this is really how this guy's nose is. And it really is how his nose is, but because he's in such a strong shadow there, I would definitely lighten up some of that and tone that down so it's not so dark and you're just drawn to the nostril. As in most portraits, you don't want that to be your center of attention. Now the shading in general, you can see it can be a lot darker on a lot of areas, especially the neck. Look how much darker the neck should be. And darkening all of these things up are going to help balance out some of the areas that you've got truly, truly dark. Like you've got the shadows on the ears, the nostril. Some of the areas you have as dark as they should be, but then other areas aren't dark enough. And because of that, it makes the areas that are as dark as they should be look like they're too dark. When in reality, it's just that a lot of other areas can be darkened up too. His mouth on the same side that has the really dark nostril should have more of a dark shadow, and that's also going to help offset that dark nostril. Having more of the darks all over the place will help you not to just zoom in on the one spot. Now the highlight on his left eye, right above his, or right below his eyebrow, there's a highlight that comes here and continues off to the side of his face. On the reference photo, the highlight that's directly under the eyebrow should be quite a bit darker than the highlight that's off to the side of the face. By having those two the same value, it ends up making it look like he's got a little bit of a wave here in his face, which is not how it actually is in the photograph. Making sure that your highlights and your shadows are in the right location and the right value are really, really important in making sure that the facial structure is correct. So by just darkening up that shadow under the eyebrow right there, that will really help in making that not look like a wave right in that location. For his hair should be as dark as his shirt. The way that the hair is right now, these are values that I would use on somebody who has a dark blonde or sandy blonde hair. With him, he does have very dark hair, so you want to darken that up a lot. The value really should be very close to what you've got for his shirt. So just darkening the hair up a ton will make a big difference in making him look like him. You have done an amazing, amazing job on this. Just these little details, little adjustments are going to make a big difference in the realism that you said you were going for. Now I need to head over to your Facebook page and check out the rest of your work, because this one is pretty amazing. Thanks for watching, guys. If you are new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, social media tips for artists each Thursday, and artist vlogs every weekend. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+. All those social media sites links are below in the video description to keep up with news, my newest work, and see real-time clips of whatever it is I'm currently working on. Don't forget to head back tomorrow where I am doing this acrylic painting of an apple using the glazing techniques I did a few weeks ago on the grapes. I'll see you guys tomorrow.